Michigan. My name is Wednesday 13. Welcome to the Undead Unplugged show. Boys and girls, to the Undead Unplugged show. My name is Wednesday 13. This is my partner in crime, Ramon Sermon. Please make some noise. Here we are on a Saturday night. Who's having a good time so far? Now some of you probably ask yourself, Wednesday 13, what the fuck are you playing acoustic for? And I don't really have a good answer for you. I said that we're doing it. But mainly, I wrote most of my songs acoustically. I always write it that way, and I sit in my apartment and come up with songs, and I play them for my cats. And my cat screams. She actually sings along to our songs. So like when I'm playing stuff like, she's like, she actually sings. I posted videos. I'll post it again, but she's getting better at it. She's really good at it. But here's the rules of the Undead Unplugged show. So I tell you guys stories. I'm also be taking some questions and stuff. But when I'm telling stories and I'm answering your guys' questions, please be polite, be quiet, because I can't fucking hear because I turned 40 recently. And I'm old as shit. So we're all having a good time tonight. Everybody ready? Alright, so let me start with a story first. I'll tell you guys a dumb story, because most of my stories are dumb and they all involve alcohol somehow. So let's start with, back in 2005, my first album, Transylvania 90210, came out. We were touring all through Europe, and like at the end of one of the tours in Europe, we played in Belgium. We played this really, really small venue. It's probably half the size of this place. There's no backstage. Like the way to get on the stage, you basically had to like push through the audience like right there, and then I'm kind of on stage. So once you're there, you're kind of on stage until you move the audience to go down the hallway. So at this time I play guitar in the band, and I have a microphone stand kind of like this. And I've knocked my front teeth out about 25 times since I was 10 years old. On microphones, guitars, candy, rocks, shit like that. And so I'm playing guitar, and all I can see is this, it's so packed in this place, all I can see is heads and hands, and most hands are doing this, but I see this one hand doing this. Now in Europe, I have so many songs with the word fuck in it. This can mean a good thing sometimes. But in this case, I didn't know what was going on, so I'm kind of watching people doing devil horns, but this one guy's just doing this the whole time. So I'm like, alright, playing the song, watching the guy, and he hits the mic standing like this, and I dodge it real quick. I'm like, whoa. Alright, motherfucker. Keep playing again. I'm like, maybe it was an accident, maybe. And he does it again. And I dodge it again. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker. 3 strikes, you're out. Keep playing. Does it again. I snap, I just swing a guitar behind my back, I jump in the front row, I grab this dude by the back of his fucking hair, and I went as fast as I could. And the security guy had no idea what was going on, so he picks me up and body slams me on the stage. He just thought I was some maniac jumping in the crowd fighting somebody. And my guitar volume was wide open, so when I slammed it, he was like, oh! It's the worst sound ever. And I get up and you got that nervous fight energy, my hands are shaking, my guitar's like so bad out of tune, and I had nowhere to go, so I'm just walking back and forth, pacing myself. And so either way, we finished the show, the crowd goes even crazier because I guess they thought that was awesome. And then we get off stage, I'm walking down the hallway back to the dressing room with the band, and the guys are like, dude, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen anybody do. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I handled it myself. It's alright. I took care of business. Then I get out to the bus, and there's 3 or 4 fans waiting out there, and this one guy walks up to me and he goes, Wednesday, I'm so sorry. Please don't judge my country over that. Like, we love you here. Please come back. And I was like, it's cool, dude. I took care of it. He goes, yeah, I know. She deserved it. I was like, what? He goes, yes, she deserved it. I said, that was a girl? She says, oh, yes. I didn't know. And I feel even worse about it because she had on glasses. And the first hit, I just saw him snap, and just kind of hung off the ears. And I ain't saying it's right, but damn it, it happened. you out there, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to beat you up. You should wear a ponytail or something. True story, I'm sticking to it. This is off that first record. This is called God Is Alive. Our friend Jack, he's in our band. We play full time. We love you, Jack. Jack's helping us out tuning my guitar because I forgot how to do it. I haven't played it in a long time. I know how to play it, but I don't know how to tune it. When I bought it, the guy at Guitar Center goes, dude, tune it one time and that's all you gotta do. That's what I heard. All right, it's time for the Q&A part of the section. You take those lights down just a little bit, it's kind of killing me. I feel like I'm looking at fucking the Millennium Falcon coming down, which is not a bad thing. But, all right, question and answer part. If you have a question, I'll point you out, raise your hand. Please be polite, people, so I can hear. I'm deaf. All right, let's start. You gotta raise your hand, and I'm gonna start with you right there. Yeah. Porn. Yes, if I was in the music industry, I'd be doing porn. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I used to work at Kmart. But I don't know. Porn's a good answer. All right. Yes, you. Who is my favorite Star Wars character? Han Solo. He's my favorite. Boba Fett. Sorry. Yeah. I like Han Solo. I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan. Indiana Jones. Fucking man. Like, can you imagine being such a badass that you're Han Solo and Indiana Jones? Can you imagine the amount of poontang you got? Fuck! It's science. Alright, next question. How you doing? How about you? Marry, fuck, kill, the Three Stooges. Well, which three? Mo, Larry, or Curly, or Mo, Larry, and Shemp? Because I'm a Shemp guy. Okay. What's the question? What's kill, fuck, marry? Well, I would marry Mo for that haircut. And I'd kill Larry because he had a horrible, his hair was horrible. And I'd marry Curly because he's funny. Yes, so, all right, now we know. Next question, how about you, what's up? You saw me in Ohio with typo negative, yes. Yes, I think it was 2008, we did like 2 weeks with Typo Negative, and honestly that was one of the coolest tours I ever did. I was a huge fan of the band anyway, and became really good friends with those guys. Peter was awesome. What Typo Negative would do after their shows every night, they were almost more excited about their after show than their show, because they're all such huge Kiss fans that they had this thing called Kiss Party. And they would take the backstage and they would, every single Kiss poster, cardboard stand up, and they had just a boombox system that played Kiss and an endless supply of Crown Royal and Jack Daniels. And we would just drink and sing Kiss to the top of our lungs every night, and then wake up and throw up every day and play a show, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It was really good, but yeah, they were great, and fucking Peter Steele. Make some noise for the great Peter Steele. He told me a funny story one time. He told me that he took some glow-in-the-dark fingernail polish and he painted his front teeth, and he got so high off the fumes that he fell down a flight of stairs in Brooklyn. I thought that was a great story. Yeah. All right, next question. Let's start over here on this side. How about you right there? My favorite Indiana Jones movie is the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Temple of Doom is pretty awesome too. I actually like the new one because I'm an Ancient Aliens guy now, so I know all about that one. So the Crystal Skull was pretty cool too. So he's Indiana Jones. You can't go wrong in my book. Yeah. Yeah. All right. How about you? Harpo's in Detroit. I can tell you what happened last time we played there, or last time we tried to play there. We were backstage and they brought our writer back. We don't ask for much, we don't get much, we don't make a lot of money doing this. But they brought us back a bottle of Jack Daniels. We always ask for a bottle of Jack Daniels, some Doritos and some waters, that's it. So they bring us back this bottle and it's like half empty, it's already got the pour spout on it. And you could just tell it wasn't Jack Daniels, it was like water and some other shit. And And you said, like, you asked the guy, you're like, hey, can we get one that's not open? And next thing we know, we hear like the power cut off down there, and some guy's going, everyone get the fuck out. And then my guitar tech is backstage, he goes, dude, this guy's screaming at all your fans. I'm like, fuck that guy. So I go running down there, and he's like, he's yelling at all these kids. I'm like, hey dude, you can't fucking talk to people like that. And he pulls his jacket back, and he's got a gun, he goes, I can do whatever I want. And I said, yes you can. And I packed my shit up and got out, and I think we met like everyone that was at the show in the parking lot in the back and talked and everything, and so if you were there, that's what happened. So we didn't really do anything, we just wanted a bottle of something that wasn't piss. I mean, if we gotta drink piss, we'll do it. But hey, let's play one off the Fang Bang record. It's 11 years old now. How old are you? This is called Home Sweet Homicide. Sing along. Woo! How we doing there, boys and girls? Are we having a good time? Hey, sound man, I can't hear our drummer. Could you turn him up? We thought that was funny a year ago. Sound guy's like, fuck you. Is it? Everybody having a good time? Everybody drinking all this good stuff? Have a special set for my Bourbon Crow project coming up in a little bit too, if you guys are ready for that. Keep drinking, that's a drinking set. Alright, story time again. You guys want to hear another dumb story? Dumb story, here's a dumb story. So, Murder Dolls were rehearsing for our very first album in 2002 in Hollywood, and we had like 5 days to rehearse before our first tour, and we would rehearse in like 6 till 10, and we would go to the Rainbow Bar and Grill on a Sunset, and we would, every night we always hung out there and party. So in the last rehearsals when the tour started, we went to the Rainbow, and by the time we got there, we were so fucking wasted. We were just trying to sober up and get some food. And we got to the Rainbow, and that night, James Brown was in the Rainbow. He played the Hollywood Bowl, and he had like the back of the Rainbow kind of sectioned off, and I'm a huge James Brown fan. That's the reason I wanted to scream in the first place. This is the man's world! I know it. And so I'm like, holy shit, James Brown's here. I gotta fucking meet this guy. How am I gonna meet him? He's got an entourage. He has like 3 fucking huge guys in the back kind of blocking off. I'm like, man, it's gonna be hard to get close to the fucking Godfather. So either way, Murder Dolls were all sitting at this table, and we're trying to fucking sober up, and I keep standing over looking at James Brown like, man, just hopefully I can meet the guy. And either way, they bring her food out, and I start eating my fucking hot wings, and you know how hot wings are, you get that shit all over your hands, and all over your face, and when you're drunk, you're really fucking getting all over your face, all over your hands, and so I'm eating the hot wings, and all of a sudden, James Brown's entourage starts making their way out, and everyone's going, James Brown! James! And I'm just starstruck. I got chicken wing sauce all over my hands, all over my face, and just looking like this. And he comes right by our table, and he looks right at me, and he goes, ah! And puts his hand out. And I had that 1 second, I'm like, I got chicken wing sauce all over my hands. Do I not shake his hand, or do I go for it? I went for it. And he went, slipped his hair right back with him, and went, ah! He was so coked out, it was amazing. And I just saw all of that fucking chicken wing sauce in his hair, and I was just like, that just happened. True story, I promise. Can't make that shit up. Hey, let's play another oldie one. This is called I Walk With a Zombie. You guys sing loud on this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys sounded awesome on that. Make some noise for yourself, Flint, Michigan. Hey! Woo! Alright, let's take some questions and answers and shit now. Alright. Hey Jack, you want to tune this guitar for me in case I fucked up? Alright. Watch that drink. Alright.
Say hi, Jack.
Alright, question. Where am I going to start at? Let's start with you. How you doing? The original. Yes, the original band of Alice Cooper is my favorite band of all time. And I got to actually live a fucking childhood dream. I got to introduce the original Alice Cooper band at the Revolver Awards back in 2010. It was their first show since they broke up. And with minus Glenn Buxton, who passed away. But I got to introduce Alice Cooper. That was pretty fucking cool. So I did that. Make some noise for fucking Alice Cooper. I wouldn't be here without him. He's the reason I look like this. All right, questions. All right. Yes. All right. You heard there was a Danny Filth story. Yes, there is. I may tell it in a bit. It's between the Danny Filth and the Iron Maiden story, I can tell you. I'll get to it. I'll get to that one. It's on my list of stories. But they're both real stories. So I'll come to. I may tell it. All right. Next question. Yes, you. Are we fans of the show Metalocalypse? Murderface.
Mine is Toki, because I named my cat Toki.
You can kind of do a little Toki. Let's do your Toki impression. Good, you can do it.
He's playing his grandpa's guitar.
Ramon's a master of voices. If you guys ever saw our Weirdo a Go-Go DVD, he did all the voices for that. He was Billy, my little half-witted sidekick.
Hi, I'm Billy.
And then he was also my favorite, Cocky, the fucking pissed off fucking cock.
You fucking cunt.
We recorded that, we filmed that thing all day. We drank an entire gallon of Southern Comfort while we filmed it. So we watched the outtakes of that while we're laughing the whole thing. But it got so weird because about 6 hours after filming it, I'm in the puppet stage. Ramon's like underneath the puppet stage with these puppets. And after about 6 hours and after about a gallon of Southern Comfort, the puppets became real. And that's why I'm laughing at all those outtakes. I could not get past it because I was like, I'm really talking to these fuckers. It was really weird, but oh well, it was fun. All right, next question out there. Yes, you. What's up? New album coming out is called Condolences. Yes. Yes. The new album, Condolences, we just finished recording it in September. I hope to have it out April, May. I think it's the best Wednesday 13 record since the first one. And I think you guys will dig it. I love it. We spent 3 months writing, recording it, and that's all we did was live, sleep, and just fucking breathe this record. So we're super proud of it. We put it on a label later this year. I'm not going to self-release it this time. So hopefully we'll see you guys in April, May on the next tour, or we'll see you in the fall on the tour. But we'll be touring a lot next year, and yeah, so it's gonna be good. It's fucking heavy as fuck. Heavy and spooky. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, man. All right, next question. Yes, you. Have I any thoughts of the last Murder Dolls tour? I haven't spoken to Joey since 2011. That was our last show was the last time I saw him. Was last anybody in the band at the time I talked to him. I would love to do another Murder Dolls. That's the reason people know who the fuck I am for the most part, and that was a fun band. It was, I love it. If it happens again, I'm totally for it. But if he's into doing it, I'm into doing it. So just putting that thought out in the universe. It could happen though. I didn't think the last record would happen, but it did. So yes, thank you. All right, question. You right there in the middle. Hell no. Maybe you have my hat. I always quote Burt Reynolds from Smokey and the Bandit about my hat, and I say, I only take my hat off for one thing, young lady. But yeah, there you are, Smokey and the Bandit. This next song is off the Murder Dolls. It was actually on the re-release of the very first album we got on the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. And I remember when I heard the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack was coming out. It was on the same label we were on, and I saw Blabbermouth posted Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack, Roadrunner Records, and I go, what? And I clicked on it. And during the time, we were in the middle of a tour. We were actually on a boat in the middle of the ocean somewhere in Europe, and I got online and I saw the Blabbermouth thing, and I saw Freddy vs. Jason. I looked on the track listing, and it had every Roadrunner band except Murder Dolls. And I got furious. And I went to Joey and I was like, you better pull that Slipknot weight, dude. And he calls them from that boat and he told them he was going to quit Slipknot. And they didn't put it on there, and then we were on there the next day. It was so stupid. But that was my whole goal as a little kid. I grew up on horror movies and I just wanted to be in a fucking horror movie soundtrack. So I did. It's not really a horror song, but fuck, it's on there. This is called Welcome to the Strange. You guys are kicking ass. It's a lot of fun for us tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Best show of the tour so far. All right, hey Jack, you want to tune this bitch for me? And I'll tell a story about Iron Maiden. All right, so back in 2003, Murder Dolls were on tour. We had the same management as Iron Maiden, and somebody thought it'd be a really good idea to put us on tour with Iron Maiden in Europe for 6 weeks. Now, if you know about Iron Maiden, their fans, is how fucking die-hard they are. First off, it's 99% guys. Murder Dolls' audience is about 99% girls. So they put us on tour. I'm thinking, we'll come out, we'll kill this audience. It's going to be no problem. Boy, was I wrong. First show was in Belgium in front of 10,000 people, and we came out, and the first 20 rows turned their back to us, locked arms, and made a giant middle finger wall, and just chanted the whole arena. Chanted Maiden, 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 and they got louder than us to the point where they had to almost boo us off stage. So the first week or so, they were kind of, I took it kind of personally. I was like, God damn, this sucks. How are we going to beat this crowd? So eventually we started winning the crowd over or pushing them off. But either way, halfway through that tour, we had a day off in the middle of Croatia, and it was like 130 degrees in Croatia this day. And we shared a hotel with the Iron Maiden crew. Iron Maiden has a 40-man crew. It puts their whole stage together. It's insane. Either way, so they're all in this hotel. We're in the same hotel too. They go to bed at 9 o'clock. We go to the bar at 9 o'clock. Across town. Fucking get hammered. We come back. It's so hot. All the windows are open in the hotel. There's no air conditioning. So you can just hear a fucking pin drop outside. So the Murder Dolls come back and we decide to do a fucking wrestling match in the parking lot of the hotel. And we're jumping off the bus, we're wrestling each other. Joey went and pissed on Iron Maiden's tour, on the tire of their bus. Not like to be a dick, he was just going to go piss on the tire. It was right there. And so we hear somebody from this window up front go, "Oi! Shut the fuck up down there!" And it was a total English accent, pardon my horrible English accent. And we're in Croatia, and putting it together, and we hear all these English people going, "Shut the fuck up!" And we're like, "Fuck you!" We have no idea who we're yelling at. And some lady goes, "You better shut up," or something, and the drummer, Ben Graves, goes, "Fuck you, bitch!" So either way, then we go inside the hotel, and we took the fire hoses on every floor and tied them in a giant knot. Then we went in our rooms, and then we started throwing shit out the windows down to the rest of the guys that were still outside. Either way, we pass out. The next morning, I hear a knock on my hotel door. Not even thinking about we did anything wrong or whatever. And our tour manager goes, this English guy named Rick French, and he goes, "What the bloody hell did you do?" And I went, "What? Oh, you mean the fire hose? I did that one. I did the." He goes, "Do you realize what you guys did?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "You just yelled at Iron Maiden's entire crew. You woke them up. They had to be up in like 2 hours. And we woke everybody up. We had no idea about it." And they were like, "So here's the deal for the show today. You can play, but you have to park down the street and push all your gear up a hill into an arena, a fucking arena." and they didn't give us any food that day, and they made us go around and apologize to every person in the crew, and then we had to go apologize to each member of Iron Maiden. Oh yeah, and the woman that our drummer said, "Fuck you, bitch." She was like their wardrobe lady. They consider her their mom. Dude, she was like crying about it. Steve Harris wanted to kick our ass. It was hilarious. And I hated that tour so much, I was just wanting to go home. I was like, kick us the fuck off. I didn't want to do it. But we made it through, and by the end of that tour, we got to England, and Murder Dolls was blowing up really big then, and they kissed our ass because their kids love Murder Dolls. And they brought all their kids to the shows, so it was weird. But that's my Iron Maiden story. 6 weeks of just a bunch of dudes. Big suit. All right, let's play, all right, this song is off the Skeletons record. It's called, My Demise. Yeah. Reminds someone on the doo-doos. All right, let's take some more questions and stuff from you guys. Hey, Jack, you want to tune this and make sure it'll be all right?
Say hi, Jack. Don't say that on the plane.
Hi, Jack. Make some noise for Jack. Kicking ass. All right, questions. All right, who have I took a question from you? Let's start with you. What is my favorite horror movie? Everybody knows my favorite horror movie. What is it? Chainsaw Massacre, the greatest movie ever made. Make some noises for Gunnar Hansen, rest in peace. He passed away a while ago, became a good friend with him. Met him like 2 years ago. I actually hung out in a bar with Gunnar Hansen, the guy that plays Leatherface, and he taught me about drinking scotch. Really cool, super nice guy. I'm like, you're the nicest guy around. I just want to hug you. I said, but as a kid, I was so terrified of you. It's amazing. So, yeah. All right, next question. Hey, you. I know you. Question. Necrophilia, yay or nay? Are you saying, am I into it or does it happen? It's a fact. Necrophilia. Yeah, yes. Of course you would ask that. I remember you. All right, question. You right behind you. Yes. Shit. Cobra! We were watching G.I. Joe last night on the fucking bus, believe it or not. That's my favorite cartoon as a kid and my favorite toy as a kid. I could name every figure from 1980 to up to 1988. It's just pretty stupid. So, yeah, I could do it. What's that? Oh, yeah. All right, next question. You. Yes. Yes. What's their names, your children? Skylar and Walter White? Skylar and what? Yes, do a video. Say when. Hello, Skylar and Harper. I'm Wednesday 13. You couldn't be here, so I'm coming there to say hey to you. So you do that kind of stuff. It's the little things. Hey! All right, question. Yes, you. I did both. I've self-released stuff for years. I've did stuff with labels. I'm kind of back in the situation now where I wouldn't mind having the help of a label. So it's two different avenues, but I try to go on both. If I was what? Oh, advice for any upcoming bands. Oh, good luck. There's a lot of shit out there. There's a lot of fucking people not even really playing music and just touching buttons and pretending like they're playing music. And that's the downfall. You saw that with Mariah Carey last week, right? that's the sad part. And that shit sells billions and billions over metal, and they can't, and it's just, it's sad. So, my advice is write your own music, learn how to fucking play it, and don't push buttons and pretend. So, that's what I think. Hey, let's play a song off that last Murder Dolls record. It's called Nowhere. This guitar. Here comes Jack again. Everybody, Jack. Hey! Jack! 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 Got his own theme music. All right, questions. Raise your hands. Like I said, try to be quiet. I know it's... Right. How do you go? This, I have to go to someone new. You right there in the middle. Yes. What's that? Can you get a Ric Flair? Woo! Can I get a Ric Flair from you guys? We got a Ric Flair song coming up in our Bourbon Crow set, so you get ready. I want to hear a woo from you. Woo! All right. Question. Yes, you. Do I know any Neil Diamond? He does. Yes. There you go. Next question. Right there. Yes. Yes, you. Have you ever used, like Mariah Carey, used backing tracks or anything? The only tracks or anything that we use in our band or ever have used that you hear is a keyboard sound or all those movie samples in between our show. I don't have any vocal tracks. I don't have any guitar tracks. I learned how to fucking be in a band and play your fucking instruments and not rely on shit like that. And that's the sad state of music is most of the bands fucking rely on that. And no one even knows. So, Jack! Damn, Jack! You might have to move here. You got a fan club. All right, another question. Yes, you right there in front, and then I'll get you behind. Okay. I played the Diesel Lounge twice, yes. Which one did I what? Diesel or here? Fucking Machine Shop, baby. I got a funny story I told the people earlier. I played here the first time in 2002 with Murder Dolls. And I went across the street and I had like a 20 bucks. It was like a dollar store over here, right? I think. Big Lots. There was Big Lots. Okay, I bought a ninja outfit. And that was and the whole story of the bunk ninja was created right out here in the parking lot. That's when I would put on a ninja outfit and you go in the bunk area of the tour bus and no one can see you. You gotta hide. You sneak in and all you do is shove stuff in people's bunks that shouldn't be there, like a stereo, a coffee maker, a small child. Bunk ninja would do that. But I remember one of the dumbest things I did. I had this really, that show I wore like a yellow button-up ruffled shirt and I had a bow tie because I was obsessed with Pee Wee Herman. And I bought a baby doll from Big Lots and I also bought a bottle of Hershey's caramel syrup. And I took the baby doll's head off and I took its arms and legs off and basically taped the arms and legs to the Hershey bottle and made a body out of it and put the clothes back on it. And I've never seen a video of it, but I held that baby up and I ate, like it looked like I was eating shit out of its ass on the stage here. It's true. I've never seen the videos, but I did. I ate from a child's butt. That's a small child. I'm not sure the sex of the child, but it was definitely shitty looking. It's true. True story, right here. Machine Shop. Make some noise for the fucking Machine Shop! Woo. This place is made for bands. You go to venues all the time and you pull into places and you just go, oh my god, really? You put bands in here? But this place caters it for bands, so thank you guys for fucking being awesome. Let's make some noise for the fucking Machine Shop! Sorry, this is technical talk up here. Alright, this next song is by my my band from the 1990s, the Frankenstein Drag Queens. How you doing out there, Jack? Jack! Jack! Yes. Jack, I love your shirt. I heard this prank phone call from this redneck yesterday, and this guys were fighting on the phone. This guy goes, bullshit, and the guy goes, bullshit's ass. I want that shirt. Bullshit's ass. Mark it. That's the new saying. It's like, have a nice day. Bullshit's ass. Alright. So, this next song we're about to play is the last one of this set. We're going to take a little small break and we'll come back with Bourbon Crow. That's a drinking set, so get your fucking drinks on, because you're going to need it on that. The last song in this set is probably one of the most important songs I've ever written, one of the most serious songs I've ever written. It's called I Love to Say Fuck. And the origin of this story was created at Kmart. Because I used to work at Kmart from 1997 till 2000, and I was the warehouse guy, and I worked at a Kmart that was like, it wasn't 24 hours, basically it was closed from like 10 to like 6 in the morning. That was my third shift. So I worked there at night. It was just me and a janitor, and they locked us in the Kmart. So, you know, I would like stock shelves and do stuff like that, but I brought my guitar because I used to write songs and stuff, and so I took my guitar into the ladies' bathroom because the acoustics are really good in there, and I could play, put a chair in there. I thought it'd be kind of cool to write a song in the bathroom, the ladies' bathroom at Kmart. Thank you. Never stops. Alright, so I'm in the bathroom at Kmart, and I'm sitting there trying to write out, and I got this riff in my head, and I'm like, got some words, I'm like, I ain't got a fucking problem, I just love to sing fuck, and I don't care who's around me, I could really give a fuck. I stopped, and I'm like, that's fucking genius. This is totally genius. But I wanted to play it for someone. Didn't have smartphones and shit back then, or cell phones to anybody, so the only guy in the store was the janitor, and he was kind of a friend of mine. He was from the Czech Republic. He spoke English okay. So I get on the intercom and I go, dude, get back to the ladies' room, emergency, emergency. And he goes, because I broke so much stuff one time, he just thought the bathroom was on fire. And he comes rushing into the bathroom with his mop and bucket. He's like, what? I'm like, listen to this. I ain't got a fucking problem. I just love to say fuck. I'm into it. He goes, stop it. This is the worst song I've ever heard. You can't say that word like that. Who would want to hear a song like that? And I said, somewhere out there, somebody want to hear it. And you are the people that want to hear it, obviously, because you're saying it. Yes. Yeah, if you want a picture of what that guy looks like, if you have an original copy of the Frankenstein Drag Queens, Night of the Living Drag Queens album, there's a picture of him with his mop and bucket in the album. He actually gave me money to record that. So, and also a little unknown fact, the Murder Dolls logo, the ladies' room symbol with the horns, that was created off the ladies' room at Kmart. So, Kmart's fucking, make some noise for Kmart! Fuck Walmart! Alright, let's play the fucking song. This is called I Love to Say Fuck. You guys sing loud, we're gonna take a little break and come back with Bourbon Crow, so let's do this. Are you ready? Take a quick break, we're back with you guys. Go to the bar, get some drinks. Bourbon Crow is coming up next. Thank you very much.
You heard the machine, you heard the man, the machine shop, he's gonna stick around. Bourbon Crow, Wednesday 13, who will be returned.
Alright, Flint, Michigan, we are back. The second half of the set, joined by my good friend, Mr. Randall Share, my partner from Bourbon Crow. We started this project in 2006. Mr. Rand here was Mr. Kid from a Transylvania 90210 album, if you guys know that. And we toured for that first album, did a lot of shit, toured all over the world, Japan, Australia, Europe. We got some crazy stories, I'll tell you. I got a Slipknot story about that later, which is pretty stupid. I should be dead right now, and they should have killed me, but that's a true story, though. But yeah, back during that tour, after the shows, we'd hang out after the shows, and we would drink and listen to outlaw country stuff like Waylon Jennings and David Allan Coe. And you know, when we started writing all these drinking songs, like, man, we should put a band together, and that's where Bourbon Crow happened. Just some backstage drinking shit. So it's a drinking game, and you're all part of it. So have a drink with us. Ready to get it on? Yeah. Ramon Sermon, Graham Belshare, make some noise. And most importantly, make some noise for yourself. You're the reason we do this.
Yeah. Who's drinking tonight? Who's drinking?
Who's drinking?
Raise your drinks up and holler! Now swallow. Big time.
So I had a funny story. Like I said, we created this Bourbon Crow project back when we were on tour for the Transylvania record. And we were talking about it yesterday. It's like, I want to tell stories, like, and we're just bouncing ideas off stories and stuff. Like, what about that one time and that one time? And I totally forgot about this time on the Transylvania tour. We played in Germany at this huge festival. It's called Rock am Ring, Rock am Park, and it's just like 80,000 people. Slipknot was the headliner that day, and we were like the first band on the main stage, the opening band. So we played at like 1:30, so we'd have like 8 hours just to drink all day. And, at a festival, and Joey and I hadn't talked in a long time, and we met earlier in the day, and we kind of hit everything off. He's like, hey man, you can sit on the side of the stage and watch the whole show, and I was like, cool. So I sit on the side of the stage and I watch Slipknot play, and I drink an entire bottle of Jaeger during their set. And I'm thinking I'm totally fine. And then I go into this tiki bar, and I'm hanging out with Randy from Lamb of God, who's a good friend of mine as well. And so we're fucking completely wasted, and we're walking back to go say hey to Joey in the dressing room, and I see a fire extinguisher on the wall, and I'm like, I want that. So I grabbed the fire extinguisher and I just start spraying it in the air, and all I could see was Randy running off through like the smoke, and he was wearing flip-flops, and he fell out of his flip-flops and go, you're fucking crazy. You're fucking out of your mind. So he kind of disappeared in this cloud of smoke, and you were there behind me.
I was.
And we walked into Slipknot's dressing room, and Joey and Paul were in there, and I was talking to them, and we're just completely wasted. Just wanted to break stuff, and I looked in the hallway, and there's this giant like plant, and this big like plant thing like full of potting soil, and I just grab it, and I walk into the room, and I just flip it over my shoulder, and like just fucking 800 pounds of dirt flew all over Slipknot's catering, all over their clothes. I mean, just ruined. And when I did it, I went, I was like, I didn't mean for that to happen. And Joey goes, he went, you better get out of here. Clown's gonna kill you.
When he did it, it was like slow motion, because I'm standing behind him throwing plates, and he threw the fucking soil. It was like that soft soil that you put plants in, and I think he thought he was just going to throw the tree over, and it was like, oh shit.
It like flew in slow motion, all the dirt. It was like...
And then when we walked out, John Legend, the R&B singer, walks by, and he sees he and he tells his manager, he says, get us the fuck out of here.
That's true. And then like our tour manager Richard, he was like, 13, you're all right along. You're going to bed. I went, try and put me in bed. And they wrangled me to the bus and tried to lock me in the bus. And I think I passed out, and then I woke up and got mad because they locked me in the bus, so I climbed out the window. And I woke up 3 hours later in the fucking forest in Germany. And all I could hear in the distance was Moby.
That's 100%
He was. That's true. That's all I knew how to do. That's how I was raised. Hey, let's play another hit song. This is one of my favorite ones too.
Piece of shit?
Yeah,
This is a great song. Who likes this song? Piece of shit? Anybody got anybody in your lives and you're just like, I fucking hate it? I wrote this song seriously about a girl who tried to kill me because I wouldn't date her, and she really attempted to put cyanide on my car door handle. But I got a good song out of it, and one of our favorite songs to play. And if you know it, be kind to us and sing along because it makes us feel good.
Yeah, they are. You guys are kicking fucking ass. You were writing the lyrics for that song, the title. I was like, AC/DC, it's a long way to the top. And I was like, it's a long way to the bottom too, motherfucker. I was like, that's the same thing.
We actually did the first two records were AC/DC references. Highways to Hangovers and Long Ways to the Bottom.
Yes. AC/DC.
Speaking of our records, y'all, we got some merchandise in the back. And this is the part of the show I gotta tell you, we're not up here spinning records and hitting buttons. We play live fucking music. And if you want to support live music, support Wednesday 13. Pick up some on the way out if you can. That's how we do. That's how Wednesday does. That's how we all do what we do, is by your support. And that's not bullshit. That's how it really works.
It's because of you we can do this, so thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. And on a bonus, we have Von Diesel running the merchandise.
Our merchandise man, Von Diesel, not to be confused with Vin Diesel. He's a fucking sexy beast. And he's a motherfucking Pisces, too. Ain't that right? You know it.
So y'all stop back there and see Von on the way out, pick you up something, and
yeah, let's play a song about the motherfucking man.
Anybody like wrestling? Anybody like wrestling? Somebody asked for, I heard somebody ask you earlier for a Ric Flair woo. Are you ready to give us a Ric Flair woo?
Yeah, where's that Ric Flair guy at? Alright, it's time for the Nature Boy song. Let's do it. All you gotta do is just say woo on the chorus, so it's pretty simple. Yeah. Man, that was awesome. It's like a fucking Kiss concert up here.
No, man. Okay. We got the Bourbon Crow Heavyweight Championship belt. After the show, I'll be up there. If you get a Bourbon Crow shirt, you can take a picture with the 10 pounds of steel and sex appeal up there.
Technical talk, sorry guys, sorry, technical talk. This thing's called like capo. I didn't know what it was till yesterday, but it works. This is the first song on the brand new Bourbon Crow. You might get the new Bourbon Crow album. Anybody got it? It's about alcohol. If you like it, sing along.
We did that first record in, what, 05?
Yeah, 2005 we recorded it.
Everybody said, you guys are fucking crazy. You're a fucking shock rock metal band doing a country album. But I'd like to say now, everybody's doing a country record, so kudos to us for starting a motherfucking trend, Bourbon Crow.
Kudos, isn't that a candy bar?
Is that a kudos?
Kudos.
Kudos.
Kudos. It's a candy bar, right?
Shots to us.
Shit. Alright, what's the next on this motherfucking list? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You guys like Chick-fil-A?
Yes! Chick-fil-A!
Who gets really pissed off like every time you're like fucking hungover on Sundays? You always want Chick-fil-A and the motherfucking place ain't open because of the man upstairs. That's why.
Listen, this is just how crazy our songwriting process is. We got Chick-fil-A in Hollywood a couple of summers ago while we were working on this record, and we did a Periscope, and these fans are like, what are you guys eating? We're like, Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. And then all of a sudden they get, is the Chick-fil-A song going to be a record? And they're like, it's not even a song. So our dumbasses said, well, fuck it, let's write a song.
And the best part is when you're trying to rehearse for this set, you're trying to write the words down because we forgot. We recorded this song it's the last one we did, and he couldn't even talk.
No,
and so we don't even really know what some of these lyrics are, but if you sing along, you may not be singing the right words, or you could be. We have no idea. Just fucking do this.
We did vocals in a place in Hollywood. Jason Miller from Godhead Studio, the engineer. We got him drunk, us drunk, and he called Jason the next day and said, all these other fake-ass country acts that think they're outlaw ain't jack shit compared to Bourbon Crow. So you can interpret these lyrics however you want because half of them I don't even know what I'm saying. But here we go, sing along.
Fucking genius.
But it's real life. It's real life.
It's like Dream Theater. We're Dream Theater.
We take ourselves as serious as that Iron Maiden's fucking band, you know. 4, right? K-4. All right. Who? I don't know, but I hear he's a good songwriter, but I don't know where I was at.
Oh, this guitar's out of tune, Jack. You're gonna have to tune it up. Jack, 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 Jack. I'll take a question while we're waiting for the tuning up. Who's got a question? These pants were custom made by a company called Bone Black in Los Angeles, a good friend of ours, and he custom makes all of our clothes, and he's awesome. Look him up. They got a site, and Bone Black. Next question. I'm gonna go for you right there. The Mentos. That's at the Cracker Barrel somewhere in America somewhere. And he and I had a big marijuana cigarette. You can look at his eyes in that picture and tell that we were so stoned in that picture. It's like, Mentos. It's true. Actually, we were in New Mexico. God damn. All right. Sorry. All right. This song is this song is called One More Round. Always making stupid songs, and we were watching this video from one of our shows a while back, and he and I were hanging out, and I wrote this song called Acid Trip from Hell. And I was like, I'm on an acid trip from hell. Yes, and we just laughed about it because we're a bunch of stoners and we're 40. Mr. Rand, how you doing over there? Mr. Bourbon Crow. Wow, doing good.
Hanging out in Flint, Michigan at the machine shop. And this is by far, you guys by far the greatest crowd.
Best audience so far on the tour.
Yeah, best audience.
As always. Make some noise for yourself. This is the final one for the Bourbon Crow set tonight, the most important one. The anthem, the song called Alcohol is Awesome. And the title of this came from he and I being a bunch of drunk idiots. And during a tour, we had had a guy with us that was hanging out with us, and he just, remember one day he said, man, fucking Wednesday and Ray, man, I can't be around, man. I need to get to a meeting. I need to get to AA or something. And Ray and
he told me, he goes, I gotta get to a meeting, I go to AA, and I said, AA, hell, AA stands for Alcohol is Awesome as far as I'm concerned. And he goes, so
that's it. That's that anthem. This is our We Will Rock You.
This is it. So we expect you guys to sing along and sing loud. This is our last song. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you at the merch booth. Wednesday 13, one more time. Make some noise.
Thank you very much. Ramon Sermon, Mr. Ray and Belcher. And all you fine folks of Flint, Michigan, thank you for coming out. It's our last song for the night. Hold your drinks up, because alcohol is awesome. Uh-oh. Damn it. There he is. Everybody, so fucking awesome. Keep it going. Alcohol is awesome. Your turn. Like a fucking rock concert, everybody. Alcohol is awesome. So fucking awesome. Everybody. Alcohol is awesome. So fucking awesome.
That dude wins.
You win. As always. Thank you very much, Flint, Michigan. Come to the bar, have a drink, you bartenders. Make some noise for yourself. Make some noise for the fucking awesome machine shop. Thank you. We'll see you next time with the full band and a new record.